Osiris's energy. Channeling Osiris.
Hi and welcome to the video blog. This one I've been channeling Osiris, and so this is his channelings and what I see and what I feel when I go into channeling sessions with him. I see a very tall man, long and slim, dark brown skin with a pigment of mossy green colour through it, long face, dimple in the chin, very high forehead, very elongated skull, kind of protrudes out the back there. No hair on his head at all. It's like bald, elongated skull. He hides his head with features, like with headdresses and with different ornamental things, just to hide that skull. Garments made out of very heavy material, metallic material, but not kind of the metals that we're used to or that we know of. It's an unusual sort of shape, it's an unusual sort of energy, it's an unusual sort of headdress. At first I thought I would be really scared of him because I was picking up his energy would be quite grand and quite over the top and quite overpowering. But I just get that he's very protective of his energy and protective of who he talks to as well. So that comes across with him. But when I tuned on to him, I found his energy very loving, but like I said, grand, high pulsating energy. He told me he gets misunderstood. Yes, much of his life on Earth, the mission and his job and his work was preparing people for death and then helping them to the other side. He states he was the first true medium here on Earth, and also he was the first priest. By doing that, he would then know how to do rituals and ceremonies from his home planet, which were in the Pleiades. And a part of that process was to help educate people here about their spiritual tools and to help with soul freedom and entity removal and mediumship ability. Also about the soul becoming free of burdens that would weigh a person down. His job, being the first medium priest, was to release the bonds of the body and then turn the energy around into a light body. That's why all the organs out of people that died had to be purified and cleansed to rid of any impurities that would stop the process of the cells turning into light fragments. But not only was he known as the god of death and the god of the underworld, that is only a small aspect of his daily life on Earth. He had many other roles. He was a father, he was a husband, he was a family man, he loved his wife, he loved his son, very protective, very strong energy when it comes to family. Together they were the original trinity, the power of three. So as you cannot see from the priest today wearing my hats, he kept flashing me an image of the Catholic priests and their little garment rituals, and to see the priest hats that they wear, and slashes is a representation of the ceremonial dress and attire that he used to do. So they're actually tapping in to his energies when they perform rituals and ceremonies today. I am all seeing, this is his words, I am all seeing, after all I am the medium. I introduce mediumship to Earth and how to use it in the right integrity. Death is a part of life. With death comes rebirth. Perhaps this is not a bad thing. Perhaps this is just a return to your natural home or to your natural process of rebirth. With death comes rebirth, perhaps not back to earth, but rebirth into your old light body system, rebirth into the realms beyond, rebirth to your home for the well-earned rest. This is the cycle of all life. Along with the death journey, many encounters many people face and become jovial. This is called the Rainbow Bridge. You ride the current of time on my solar boat, a spiritual soul, to help you with understanding of this process. I know many are scared to invoke me. Why is this? I may help with many questions regarding many topics. Don't let one side of my mission become your downfall. Open your fear, let it out of the way, and allow me in. I am the master of tasks. I may help with better understanding of all matters mystical or of the occult. I am a shapeshifter, and I will teach you the old ways to communicate with spirits and animals. I may help you with the final understanding of separation and of the veil. I will help you to understand the scepter and the frail. I have returned in light body form to your planet. I reside in a place called the Temple of the Jaguars. Yes, surprise. I see why would I hang out at a Mayan site, because in ancient council we have work to do together there. Much to be done to restore the lines, to restore the power, and to hand the complete fragments over to the feminine line. We are adjusting and aligning the lost fragments right now. Many people have come over the years to sacred Mayan sites to help with the alignments and to help complete this process. I have asked for their assistance, as I asked the Mayan Council today, to continue to reinforce the lines. I'm a shapeshifter, and I shapeshift into the jaguar, deep within the hidden forest. Yes, some still exist, but only just. In Australia, I come as the Sea Hawk. I protect the coastlines. I fly over the seas and foresee the tides. I scan below and search out other enlightened men to recruit them into the Rainbow Warrior path, to seal the male lines with respect and honour to your ancestors. I am your original father, the father of mankind. Come join me and become one with my energy again. Help enforce the man codes and come find your balance within the changing time of the feminine. Video blog again with Osiris, the next channeling the night after. At the end of November is the end of the portal, and I must return home to the Pleiades. I came via the Blue Star and going home via the Red Star. The portal has been active since the 21st of the 12th, 2012, December, until now, 28th of the 11th, 2015. So my time as a light body is coming. I'm to be activated again, and I'm to be going home. It all is coming to an end. You may still connect with me via meditation or through psychic channels, but my energy signature will no longer remain on Earth. It will also take 4 weeks for my residue to leave completely. Many other light beings will also be leaving with me at this due time. Many Mayan elders will be journeying with me, but as one door shuts, another will open, allowing many council representatives of star being-like forms to come forth onto Earth. Isis isn't due to leave until the end of the Golden Age. I've done what was asked here. I've implanted information for those that require it. I've installed some micro devices into others, and these will be activated at the right time in your development and on history. I've activated DNA, alien DNA, within people's bloodstreams. I've installed and aligned the new codes that will go for the world grid and to help emphasize it and to stroke it into new life. I have turned on the DNA particles of star being molecules within all. Every temple now is alive with star being energy. I shall return in the future to take my role beside the throne of Isis. Until then, I will resume my council position on the other side. Osiris.
Information on Osiris. spiritual tools that you can use to invoke Osiris. The Egyptian spirit food that you can use a part of rituals and magi to invoke the energy of Osiris. Using the old papyrus scrolls, meditating with them, understanding their meaning, and getting closer to Osiris's energy. Osiris is also very connected to the soulmate energy of Isis, which is also known as his sister. So connecting in with your soulmate and knowing who they are and the relationship you have on this earth and in other dimensions will also bring you a closer bond with Osiris as well. Meditating and channeling with the hieroglyph of Osiris. Working with the different things of the crook and the frail and the spectrum. Using them as part of your magical tools to connect in with Osiris's energy. Also wearing his headpiece and making your own throne that you can sit down next to and call his energy down onto the throne so you may sit at his feet and channel his energy. Here are some symbols that you may use to help you connect in. I find the Phoenix one is a really great one to work with Osiris and to call him in and invoke and invite his energy into you by using the Phoenix. Using any form of statues or figurines, making a little altar at home for Osiris's energy is a surefire sign to help him to come in, because he knows then you honor him and respect him. Doing festivals for him that are held in November, working with the water elementals and the water energy, making shrines near the water and giving it to him is also a really good way to show him and prove to him that you're serious, that you want to connect. On his tomb, there's some really great hieroglyphs that are found that show ET kind of ships and all different markings. So meditating on these markings and getting closer to the star beings' energy and how they travelled in their light ships and starships is also the great wisdom that Osiris can give you. Working with the underworld, and getting rid of your fears of death, and working with Mat's energy, the goddess Mat, M-A-A-T, energy in conjunction with Osiris's energy is another great way to link in. Working with the solar deity boat and going through the river of Styx on the boat and doing meditations by using this solar boat will also help you become stronger and more vital bond with Osiris. He will take you on the journey. working with these symbols and signs and getting confirmations, and working with the Eye of Horus or the Eye of Ra is also another great way that you can connect in. One of his symbols is the Djed, which is a very tall pillar with 4 lines and feather croaks up the top. A very tall pillar. Working with this energy in your home or just meditating on this symbol and getting deeper understanding of his rituals, of his symbols that he used, will invoke his energy in to become stronger. Also connecting in with the Great Pyramid of Giza and working with the Djed of Osiris within that temple, within that pyramid, and doing a meditation to this location and sitting there and honoring and respecting his energy will also help you to gain better understanding. And working with the constellations and the stars and Osiris in the stars, and laying down on your back and looking up at the stars and asking him to come forth and to lie with you and to give you explanations about the stars and the solar systems, and seeing a beam of light from the Great Pyramid up into the sky is a great meditation or a remote viewing you can do to strengthen the bonds. The Temple of Osiris, meditating with this temple and picturing yourself there and going through the rooms and going through the chambers is a great tool, spiritual tool you can use to help connect in with Osiris's energy. Using columns or pillars are a part of the journey with connecting with Osiris. Counting the pillars, touching the pillars, and picturing yourself in the middle of them and feeling their strength and energy and residue is another great spiritual tool. Connecting with the little nooks in the wall in your remote viewing or meditations is another great way to connect in. Just spending time observing it all and drawing all of the energy within you. Osiris in his tomb is also, in his temple, is also known for the flower of life. So learning about this sacred geometry pattern and all of its meanings and printing it out and having it around your home and above your bed will also help you to connect into his ancient knowledge and his ancient wisdom, and helping you to adjust to Osiris's energy, and everything he has to say will become clearer. Working with the solar disc and what it was used for, what sacred magic that it holds. Creating one at home or using this picture through meditating or channeling or remote viewing is another great way to tap in. Osiris was also known for this magical wheel, tapping into what its energy holds and what it was used for and what its meaning is unfolding all the mysteries that Osiris wants to give you and for you to hold on, for you to understand, and it's a part of the mystical journey. On your altar or near your throne, giving blessings and tokens to Osiris in the shape of plants and mystical tools or crystals, or some food offerings, whatever you're called to place at the altar or at the throne as a sign of respect and honor, is a great way to encourage Osiris's energy into your home and into your spiritual fields. Making your own crook or hook and going out and doing earth alignments and learning how to use its energy and getting your own meaning and your own understanding of this mystical object, and then calling Osiris in while you're performing these rituals and ceremonies and alignments and attunements will emphasize the energy, will make it more powerful and happen quicker, and you know it will be a thorough job with Osiris on your side. Osiris's rituals. A hymn to Osiris from the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Collecting pine cones and putting them on a staff and having pine cone energy around in your home in some baskets and working with your pineal gland. There's also great technologies and great energies to call forth Osiris's energy and to activate your pineal gland with his help. Some invoking verses to call forth Osiris's energy. A prayer to Osiris. The scales of death weighing the heart against the feather, learning about this ritual and what it means to the Egyptians and what it means to go through this process and go into the afterlife. prayer to Osiris. An inscription from the Shabaka stone. A hymn to Osiris. Talking to the birds and building a relationship with the bird spirits here on earth, and helping birds whenever you can. It's also another way that Osiris will feel comfortable with you and relax with you. As he shapeshifts into the bird, he will feel you're a part of his world. You're a kindred spirit. A prayer to Osiris.